The Mainville Bridge was 900 feet long and 106 feet tall. It was replaced by an earthen fill in 1929. The fill was 405,253 cubic yards. Hello, today I've decided to do a bicycle ride on the Redding's Catawissa branch from the Mainville fill to Shuman's tunnel and also the long hollow trestle. And right now we're driving through Mainville and we're going to get ready to turn on to a road that'll take us to the Mainville fill. We're on South 339. We're about 5 miles from Bloomsburg. This is Mountain Road. Right there's the old mill hoagie shop. Crossing the Catawissa Creek. Where originally the Pennsylvania Railroad crossed. They had a branch from Catawissa also, but theirs went to Hazleton, where in Rock Glen they met the Lehigh Valley Railroad. That railroad bed is more obstructed though. And right now we're going to turn on to the Redding Railroad bed. This is part of the Catawissa branch. This will take us into the Mainville fill, which the Redding bypassed a bridge around 1929 that they took the bridge down and they took the valley that was there and filled it with fill. And we're going to see the bridge abutments coming up very shortly. Groundhog up ahead. And once again, this is still part of the Redding Catawissa branch. Now, since I'm going to ride my bicycle once we park, there is a parking area up here. These are game lands, and you'll be able to tell where the parking is. It's to the right. There's a road to the right of the first abutment on the Mainville fill. Right now, we're getting ready to go through a cut. Right before the yield sign, if you're gonna want to check the area out, you can make a right about I don't know, 1,000 feet up on the right is a parking lot. And right now is where we're going on to the Mainville fill. And right on the left here is where one of the abutments is. This would be the western abutment. Continuing on the fill. We're going to be coming up shortly on the eastern abutment. This is all part of the fill. And we're coming up on the eastern abutment. This is usually better to visit in the fall or winter time when all the leaves are down. So right in here, there was a concrete or some kind of bridge that crossed over, and straight ahead to the right of this pole is where the railroad bed continues on, where I'll be riding my bike shortly. Let's go down by the eastern abutment. The western abutment is harder to see below down here because of all the foliage. That might be something in the winter I'll have to come back and do again. But this here is the eastern abutment. And we'll just continue. We'll pick up the main road again so I can show you the other road to get to the Mainville fill. The other abutment's over that way, but it's hard to see right now. Person has a cool sign, railroad lane. Some stonework over there. So we're coming back out to Route 339 now. And this road is called Fisher Run. If we were to go to right, we'd end up in Mahanoy City. We'd end up down near Ringtown area. Left will take us back to Mainville where we started. And we'll see you on the trail shortly.
The old bridge piers, see, are high up on the fill, looking over a valley. There's the FB7. This is on a westbound trip. Far way out in the old bridge.
In this scene, we have an eastbound train heading over the fill. Next stop is Shuman's Tunnel, after we ride 4.5 miles on the railroad bed. Route 339 is on the left and is seen several times from the rail bed. Here we are getting ready to walk through the Shuman Tunnel. We are heading east from the west. Though I've tried to share as much info as I can, if anyone has any info, please share in the comments. If I've made any mistakes, please correct me as we learn together. Next stop will be the long, hollow trestle/fill, which will be approximately a half a mile east of the Shuman Tunnel. So now we're east of Shuman's Tunnel, maybe a half a mile, and we've come to a fill. What the Reading did is they had trestles. This one was probably about 100 feet high, that they filled with cinders from the bottom up. And this one is off of Long Hollow Road, which is off of Route 339. And what's cool about this one is you can actually see part of the original trestle that's underneath the fill. as it's eroded, and you can see some of the timbers. So right now we're going to take my bike and we're going to go down across this area. And right now we're riding on the fill, and the trestle is directly underneath us. And as you can see, it's a long drop. I mean, it's about 100 feet down. Right now we're about on the middle, and right here is part of the support beams for the trestle that's exposed. Railroad tie on the left. Another railroad tie. Some more. And right here is roughly where the trestle would have originally started, where the fill would have been added. There we are looking back at the fill. Shuman's tunnel is about a half a mile in that direction, which is west. It's kind of hard to see, but up in there is where part of the original trestle under the fill is. The railroad bed is all along there, which is where we were just at. During the winter time, it's so much easier to see this. But this would have just been a valley. Wow, that's cool. Didn't expect to see a deer that close. Here is some pictures I got from a magazine called The Beeline, which shows long hollow trestle being filled, and some of the pictures from today. Thank you so much for joining me today, and this last video is riding through Shuman Tunnel heading west. on my way back to the Mainville fill to pick up my truck and to head on home. Thank you again.